Has she gone quiet? Those once frequent texts now a slow, agonizing trickle? Feeling that gut-wrenching panic rising in your chest? You're not alone. When a woman distances herself, it's incredibly easy to spiral. We overthink every interaction, replaying conversations in our heads, searching for clues we might have missed. We blame ourselves, convinced we've done something wrong. And in a desperate attempt to close the distance, we often do the worst possible thing. We blow up her phone with texts and calls, chasing her further away with every unanswered notification. Sound familiar? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Stoic Spirit, where we explore the power of ancient wisdom to navigate the challenges of modern life. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community of Stoics seeking a path to strength, resilience, and inner peace. Today, we're diving deep into the art of handling distance in relationships, offering you 10 powerful Stoic strategies to keep your cool, reclaim your power, and navigate this tricky situation with grace and dignity. Because let's face it, chasing after someone who's pulling away rarely works. It's time for a different approach. 1. Breathe and resist the urge to chase. The power of calm amidst the storm. That desperate urge to text, to call, to send just one more message, hoping for a glimmer of reassurance? Resist it. Fight it with every fiber of your being, because here's the hard truth. Desperation repels. It reeks of insecurity and neediness, pushing her further away with every unanswered notification. When you're in panic mode, your actions are driven by fear, not logic. You're not thinking clearly, and you're likely to say or do things you'll later regret. So, what's the antidote to this panic? Breathe, deeply, consciously. Inhale calmness, exhale anxiety. Center yourself in the present moment, feeling the ground beneath your feet, the air filling your lungs. This simple act of breathing can interrupt the cascade of anxious thoughts and bring you back to a state of relative equilibrium. Now, remind yourself of this crucial Stoic principle. Her actions aren't your responsibility. You can't control what she does, what she thinks, or how she feels. You can, however, control your reaction. You can choose to respond with calmness, dignity, and self-respect, rather than with panic, desperation, and neediness. Think of it this way. Imagine a ship caught in a storm. The captain can't control the wind or the waves, but he can control how he navigates the ship. He can adjust the sails, steer the rudder, and take measures to ensure the safety of the crew. Similarly, you can't control the storm of emotions that arises when a woman distances herself. But you can control how you navigate it. You can choose to respond with wisdom and strength, rather than letting your emotions capsize your ship. Calmness in this situation is not indifference. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about recognizing that your well-being doesn't depend on her immediate response. It's about trusting yourself, knowing that you can handle this challenge with grace and resilience. Practice this. When you feel that urge to chase, to reach out, to demand answers, pause. Take 3 deep conscious breaths. Repeat this Stoic mantra. I control my reactions, not her actions. Visualize yourself as a calm, steady presence amidst the storm. This practice will not only help you navigate this particular situation, but will also cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and resilience that will serve you well in all areas of your life. Remember, calmness is not weakness, it's a superpower. It's the foundation of true mental strength. 2. Give her space to breathe. The art of respectful distance. Silence is an answer. A loud, resounding answer. It's a clear communication, a boundary being drawn. And the worst thing you can do is try to talk over it, to drown it out with a barrage of messages and calls. Bombarding her with texts, demanding explanations, or pleading for her attention only suffocates the connection, pushing her further into the very space she's trying to create. Think of it like tending a garden. You wouldn't constantly water a plant, drowning its roots and preventing it from getting the air and sunlight it needs to thrive. Similarly, a relationship needs space to breathe, to grow, and to flourish. When a woman pulls away, it's often a sign that she needs time to process her emotions, thoughts, and experiences. She might be feeling overwhelmed, confused, or simply needing a period of introspection. Respect that need. Give her the space she's asking for, without questioning it, without demanding justification. This isn't about playing games or strategically withholding communication. It's about genuine respect for her autonomy and her need for space. And here's the crucial part. Use this time wisely. Don't sit around obsessing over her silence, constantly checking your phone or letting your anxiety consume you. This is a golden opportunity to turn your focus inward, to reconnect with yourself, and to invest in your own growth and well-being. Think of it as a personal retreat. What have you been neglecting in your own life? What passions have you put on the back burner? What personal goals have you been procrastinating on? Now is the time to dive in. Hit the gym, reconnect with old friends, pursue a new hobby, learn a new skill, or simply spend some quality time in nature, recharging your batteries. By focusing on yourself, you're not only respecting her space, but also demonstrating a crucial aspect of Stoic wisdom: self-reliance. You're showing yourself and her that your happiness and well-being don't depend on her constant presence. You're a complete individual, capable of thriving with or without her. This self-focus isn't about pretending you don't care or trying to make her jealous. It's about genuine self-improvement, about becoming the best version of yourself. And ironically, this is often what attracts people back. When you're grounded, confident, and pursuing your own passions, you become a magnet for positive energy and connection. So, resist the urge to chase, give her space to breathe, and use this time to cultivate your own garden. Water your own roots, nurture your own growth, and watch yourself blossom. Remember, respecting her space is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, maturity, and self-respect. 3. Level up your life. The magnetic power of self-improvement. Don't wallow in self-pity, obsessing over what went wrong or what might happen next. Don't let her distance become an excuse for stagnation. Instead, choose growth. Choose to use this time as a catalyst for self-improvement, a springboard to propel yourself forward into the best version of you. This isn't about winning her back. It's about investing in yourself, becoming the kind of person you admire, the kind of person who attracts positive energy and fulfilling relationships. Think of it this way. When a plant isn't thriving, you don't just sit and watch it wither. You nurture it, you give it sunlight and water, you prune away the dead leaves. Similarly, when you're feeling down, neglected, or uncertain, the best thing you can do is nurture your own growth. Invest in yourself, cultivate your strengths, and prune away the habits and patterns that are holding you back. Where can you level up? The possibilities are endless. Hit the gym and prioritize your physical health. Not only will this boost your confidence, but it will also release endorphins, improving your mood and reducing stress. Pursue those passions you've been putting off. Rediscover those activities that light you up inside, whether it's painting, playing music, writing, hiking, or learning a new language. Investing in your passions will not only bring you joy, but also make you a more interesting and well-rounded individual. Level up your career. Take that online course, attend that industry conference, or network with people in your field. Investing in your professional development will not only boost your earning potential, but also give you a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Focus on your mental and emotional well-being. Meditate, journal, practice mindfulness, or seek therapy if needed. Cultivating inner peace and emotional resilience is crucial for navigating life's challenges, including the current situation. The key is to choose activities that genuinely resonate with you, activities that align with your values and aspirations. Don't do things just to impress her or to make her jealous. Do them for you, because genuine growth, authentic self-improvement, is magnetic. It radiates outwards, attracting positive energy, opportunities, and connections. Imagine this. She sees you weeks or months later, not wallowing in self-pity, but thriving. You're fitter, more confident, more passionate, and more engaged with your life. This transformation speaks volumes. It shows her, and more importantly, it shows yourself, that you're not defined by her presence or absence. You're a complete individual, capable of creating a fulfilling life regardless of the circumstances. And that, my friend, is incredibly attractive. So don't waste this precious time. Don't let her distance become an excuse for stagnation. Embrace the opportunity to level up your life. Become the best version of yourself for you. The growth you cultivate will not only benefit you in the long run, but also radiate outwards, attracting positive energy and creating a ripple effect of positive change in your life and the lives of those around you. 4. Detach from the outcome. The freedom of letting go of expectations. She might come back, she might not. That's the hard truth. And the sooner you accept this uncertainty, the sooner you can begin to reclaim your peace of mind. Clinging to the hope that she'll return, while simultaneously fearing that she won't, creates a torturous mental tug-of-war. It keeps you trapped in a state of anxious anticipation, constantly checking your phone, analyzing her every word and action, and tying your happiness to an outcome you can't control. The Stoics understood this well. They knew that true peace comes not from controlling external events, but from accepting them. As Epictetus said, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your happiness shouldn't hinge on her actions, her decisions, or her feelings. It should be rooted in something deeper, something more stable. Your own inner resilience, your values, and your ability to find peace within yourself. Detaching from the outcome doesn't mean you don't care about the relationship or that you're giving up hope. It simply means you're shifting your focus from what you can't control to what you can. You're choosing to focus on your own growth, your own well-being, and your own response to the situation, rather than obsessing over an uncertain future. Imagine two scenarios. In the first, you're constantly checking your phone, analyzing every text or lack thereof, and letting your mood fluctuate with her every response. You're living in a state of constant anxiety, your happiness entirely dependent on her next move. In the second scenario, you've accepted the uncertainty. You're focusing on your own life, pursuing your passions, and building your inner strength. You're still hopeful, but you're not consumed by the outcome. You're at peace, knowing that regardless of what happens, you'll be okay. Which scenario sounds more appealing? Which version of yourself do you want to be? Detaching from the outcome is a practice, not a one-time fix. It requires conscious effort and consistent reminders. Here are some practical steps to help you cultivate this Stoic mindset. Focus on the present moment. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. Bring your attention to the present moment, focusing on what you can do right now to improve your situation. Practice acceptance. Accept that you can't control her actions. Repeat this mantra: I accept what is. Visualize different outcomes. Imagine both positive and negative outcomes and visualize yourself handling each with grace and resilience. This mental rehearsal can help you prepare for any eventuality. Focus on your values. Reconnect with your core values and let them guide your actions. This will give you a sense of purpose and direction, regardless of the outcome. By detaching from the outcome, you're not giving up. You're freeing yourself. You're reclaiming your power, your peace, and your ability to create a fulfilling life, regardless of what she decides. This is true freedom, and it's the foundation of genuine mental strength. 5. Communicate with clarity and calm. The art of respectful communication. If and when you choose to reach out, do it from a place of calm strength, not desperation. Your communication should reflect your own inner peace and self-respect, not a frantic need for reassurance or a desperate attempt to control the situation. Remember, your goal isn't to manipulate her into coming back. It's to open a door for healthy communication, if and when she's ready. That simple message, "Hey, I respect your need for space. I'm here when you're ready to talk," is a powerful example of clear, calm, and respectful communication. Let's break down why it works. Hey, a casual, non-demanding greeting. Avoid overly emotional or dramatic openings. I respect your need for space. This acknowledges her boundaries and shows that you're not trying to infringe on them. It conveys maturity and understanding. I'm here when you're ready to talk. This offers support without pressure. It signals your willingness to communicate, but on her terms. This approach stands in stark contrast to needy messages like, "Why are you ignoring me?" or "Please talk to me, I miss you." These types of messages reek of desperation and insecurity, pushing her further away. They make it about your needs, not hers. When you communicate with clarity and calm, you're demonstrating emotional maturity and self-control. You're showing her that you're not going to chase, plead, or try to manipulate the situation. You're respecting her boundaries and trusting that if the connection is meant to be, it will unfold naturally. Here are some additional tips for communicating effectively. Choose the right time and medium. Don't bombard her with messages across multiple platforms. Choose one medium and send a single, concise message. Be mindful of the time you send it. Avoid late-night texts or messages when she's likely to be busy. Focus on her, not you. Avoid making the conversation all about your feelings. Ask how she's doing and genuinely listen to her response. Be prepared for no response. She might not respond right away or at all. Be prepared for this possibility and don't let it derail your progress. Avoid blame and accusations. Even if you feel hurt or confused, resist the urge to blame her or accuse her of wrongdoing. Focus on communicating your own feelings and needs respectfully. Maintain your boundaries. If she does respond, but the conversation becomes negative or disrespectful, don't be afraid to disengage. Your well-being is paramount. Communicating with clarity and calm isn't about manipulating the situation. It's about creating a space for healthy dialogue. It's about showing respect for yourself and for her. It's about communicating your willingness to connect without compromising your own dignity and self-worth. And ultimately, that's the kind of communication that builds strong, healthy relationships. 6. No games, just genuine living. The power of authenticity. Ditch the mind games. Scrap the subtle digs on social media. Resist the urge to manufacture scenarios designed to make her jealous or to provoke a reaction. These tactics reek of insecurity and desperation, and they ultimately backfire. Authenticity, on the other hand, is magnetic. It draws people in because it's real, it's honest, and it's a reflection of true inner confidence. When you're insecure, you're constantly seeking external validation. You're trying to control how others perceive you, hoping to manipulate their feelings and reactions to boost your own self-worth. This need for external validation is a bottomless pit. It's never truly satisfied. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of seeking approval, constantly worried about what others think, and never truly feeling secure in yourself. The Stoics understood this well. They knew that true confidence comes not from external validation, but from within. It's about living in accordance with your values, focusing on what you can control and accepting what you can't. It's about finding peace and fulfillment within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. So how do you ditch the games and embrace authenticity? Start by living your life genuinely, for you, not for her reaction. Pursue your passions, not because you think it will impress her, but because it brings you joy. Spend time with friends and family, not to show her how much fun you're having without her, but because you genuinely enjoy their company. Work on your self-improvement, not to make her jealous, but because you want to become the best version of yourself. When you're living authentically, your actions are aligned with your values. You're not trying to be someone you're not. You're simply being yourself. And that, my friend, is incredibly attractive. True confidence shines brighter than any manipulation. It's a quiet strength, a grounded presence, an unshakable sense of self-worth that radiates outwards and draws people in. Think about it. Who are you more drawn to? The person who's constantly posting carefully curated photos on social media, trying to project an image of perfection? Or the person who's comfortable in their own skin, sharing their authentic self, flaws and all? Authenticity doesn't mean you have to share every detail of your life or air your dirty laundry on social media. It simply means being true to yourself, living in accordance with your values, and letting go of the need to control how others perceive you. When you stop playing games and start living genuinely, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of seeking external validation. You reclaim your power, your peace of mind, and your ability to create a fulfilling life, independent of anyone else's approval. And that's the kind of confidence that truly shines. It's a magnetism that attracts genuine connection, not fleeting attention. So ditch the games, embrace your authentic self, and watch as true confidence illuminates your path. 7. Look in the mirror. The power of honest self-reflection. Now it's time to turn your gaze inward and engage in some honest self-reflection. This isn't about beating yourself up or dwelling on past mistakes. It's about gaining clarity, understanding your role in the relationship dynamic, and identifying areas for growth. This process might be uncomfortable, but it's essential for building stronger, healthier relationships in the future, whether with her or someone else. Ask yourself those tough questions, the ones you might be avoiding. Were you truly present? Did you give her your undivided attention when she was speaking? Or were you distracted by your phone, your thoughts, or other commitments? Were you emotionally present, or were you holding back, guarded, or detached? Were you consistently respectful? Did you honor her opinions, her feelings, and her boundaries? Did you treat her with kindness, empathy, and consideration, even during disagreements? Or did you dismiss her concerns, invalidate her feelings, or try to control her actions? Were you honest and transparent? Did you communicate your needs and feelings openly and honestly? Or did you hide behind a facade, fearing vulnerability or rejection? Were you authentic in your interactions? Or were you trying to be someone you're not to impress her or maintain the relationship? Were you the best version of yourself? Did you bring your best self to the relationship? Or did you allow negativity, insecurity, or complacency to creep in? Were you actively working on your own personal growth? Or were you stagnant, expecting the relationship to fulfill all your needs? Reflecting on these questions isn't about assigning blame. It's about taking ownership of your actions and recognizing your role in the relationship dynamic. Perhaps you'll realize that you weren't as present as you thought you were, or that you unintentionally crossed some boundaries. Maybe you'll discover that you weren't communicating your needs effectively, or that you were holding back out of fear. These realizations can be uncomfortable, but they're also incredibly valuable. They offer you the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to make positive changes in your life. They empower you to break free from unhealthy patterns and create more fulfilling relationships in the future. Self-awareness is the key to personal growth and the foundation of healthy relationships. It's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses, your values and priorities, your triggers and reactions. It's about recognizing how your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors impact yourself and others. This self-reflection process might involve journaling, meditating, talking to a trusted friend or therapist, or simply spending some quiet time alone, reflecting on your experiences. The important thing is to be honest with yourself, even if it's painful. By looking in the mirror and honestly assessing your role in the relationship, you're taking a crucial step towards growth and healing. You're empowering yourself to create a brighter future, filled with healthier, more fulfilling connections. 8. Zoom out, gaining perspective and embracing the bigger picture. When a relationship hits a rough patch, especially when distance enters the equation, it's easy to get caught in the weeds. The immediate pain, confusion, and anxiety can feel all-consuming, making it seem like this one moment, this one chapter, is the entire story. But it's not. Zoom out. Embrace the bigger picture. This current challenge, this period of distance, is just one small part of a much larger narrative, both for you and for her. Imagine your life as a book. This situation, this chapter, might be filled with tension, uncertainty, and perhaps even heartbreak. But it doesn't define the entire story. There are chapters before it, filled with joy, connection, and growth. And there are countless chapters yet to be written, brimming with potential, opportunity, and new beginnings. Ask yourself, is this relationship truly healthy for both of us? Sometimes, distance serves a purpose. It can be a catalyst for growth, both individually and as a couple. It can provide the space needed for self-reflection, for identifying unhealthy patterns, and for rediscovering what you truly want and need in a relationship. Perhaps the distance is highlighting underlying issues that have been simmering beneath the surface. Maybe there are communication breakdowns, unmet needs, or conflicting values that need to be addressed. This time apart can provide the clarity needed to see these issues more objectively and to determine whether the relationship can and should be salvaged. Or maybe the distance is simply a sign that both of you are in different seasons of life, growing in different directions. Sometimes people drift apart, and that's okay. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with either of you. It simply means your paths are diverging. Recognizing this can be painful, but it's also incredibly liberating. It allows you to let go of a relationship that no longer serves you and to create space for new connections that align with your current path. Embracing the bigger picture allows you to detach from the immediate emotional intensity and gain a broader perspective. It reminds you that this one chapter, however challenging, doesn't define your entire story. It empowers you to see the situation as an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for ultimately creating a more fulfilling life, regardless of the outcome of this particular relationship. So zoom out. Look at the broader context of your life, your journey, and your aspirations. Ask yourself, what have I learned from this experience? How can I use this challenge to grow stronger and wiser? What kind of relationships do I want to cultivate in the future? By embracing the bigger picture, you're not minimizing the pain or the difficulty of the situation. You're simply choosing to focus on the potential for growth and transformation that lies within it. And that, my friend, is the essence of resilience. 9. Honor her boundaries. The strength in respecting her limits. When someone draws a boundary, they're communicating a limit, a need, a request for space. And respecting that boundary, even when it's difficult, is a demonstration of true strength and maturity. It shows that you value her autonomy, her feelings, and her right to make choices about her own life and relationships. It signifies that you prioritize respect and understanding over your own immediate desires or anxieties. Respecting her space doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care enough to honor her wishes, even if it means stepping back when you'd rather lean in. It's about recognizing that her need for space is valid, regardless of whether you understand the reasons behind it. It's about trusting that she knows what's best for herself in this moment. This act of respecting her boundaries creates a powerful shift in the dynamic. It moves you from a position of pursuing and potentially pressuring to a position of understanding and allowing. It allows both of you to breathe, to reflect, and to gain clarity about your individual needs and desires within the relationship. Imagine a wild animal caught in a trap. The more you struggle and fight, the tighter the trap becomes. But if you remain calm, patient, and still, you create the space for someone to approach and help you. Similarly, when someone is pulling away, the more you chase and pursue, the more they retreat. But when you respect their boundaries and create space, you offer the opportunity for genuine connection to re-emerge if it's meant to be. Trust that what's meant to be will be. This isn't about passive resignation. It's about recognizing that you can't force a connection, you can't control another person's feelings, and you can't manipulate the outcome of a relationship. It's about surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that if this connection is meant to flourish, it will do so in its own time and in its own way. Here are some practical ways to honor her boundaries. Resist the urge to contact her. If she's asked for space, respect that request. Don't text, call, or message her on social media. Avoid checking her social media. Obsessing over her online activity will only fuel your anxiety and make it harder to respect her boundaries. Focus on your own life. Use this time to invest in yourself, pursue your passions, and reconnect with your own needs and desires. Practice patience. Letting go of control and trusting the process takes time and patience. Be kind to yourself and allow yourself to feel your emotions without judgment. Respecting her boundaries isn't just about her, it's about you. It's about demonstrating your own self-respect, your emotional maturity, and your capacity for healthy, balanced relationships. It's a powerful act of self-care that allows you to maintain your dignity and peace of mind, regardless of the outcome. And ultimately, that's the foundation for attracting and building truly fulfilling connections. 10. Release with grace. The liberating power of letting go. Letting go. Two small words that carry immense weight, especially when it comes to relationships. It can feel like admitting defeat, like surrendering a precious part of yourself. But here's a powerful reframing. Letting go isn't giving up, it's setting yourself free. It's releasing the grip of attachment, the desperate need to control the outcome, and the agonizing uncertainty that keeps you tethered to a situation that might no longer serve you. Imagine holding a bird in your hand. You can squeeze tightly, fearing it will fly away, but this only harms the bird and prevents it from soaring. Or you can open your hand, allowing the bird to take flight, trusting that if it's meant to be, it will return. Similarly, clinging to a relationship that's slipping away only causes pain and prevents you from experiencing the freedom and peace that comes with letting go. Trust the process. Life unfolds in its own time and in its own way. You can't force a connection, you can't control another person's feelings, and you can't predict the future. Trying to do so only leads to frustration, anxiety, and a sense of powerlessness. Surrender to the uncertainty, trust that you're exactly where you need to be in this moment, and have faith that whatever happens, you'll navigate it with grace and resilience. Focus on your journey. This isn't about her, it's about you. It's about your growth, your healing, and your evolution. Use this time to reconnect with yourself, to pursue your passions, to nurture your friendships, and to build a life that's rich, meaningful, and fulfilling, independent of any romantic relationship. When you're focused on your own journey, you become less dependent on external validation and more empowered to create your own happiness. Reclaim your power. When you're clinging to a relationship, you're giving your power away. You're allowing another person's actions and decisions to dictate your emotional state. Letting go allows you to reclaim that power. It allows you to take control of your own well-being, to define your own worth, and to create a life that's aligned with your values and aspirations. Letting go gracefully doesn't mean you erase the memories or pretend the relationship didn't matter. It means you accept the current reality, honor your own needs, and release the need to control the outcome. It means choosing peace over anxiety, freedom over attachment, and self-respect over desperation. Here are some practices to help you let go with grace. Acceptance. Meditation. Practice accepting the present moment without judgment or resistance. Journaling. Write about your feelings, your fears, and your hopes for the future. Self-care. Prioritize your physical and emotional well-being through exercise, healthy eating, and activities that bring you joy. Connect with nature. Spending time in nature can be incredibly grounding and healing. Letting go gracefully is a powerful act of self-love. It's a declaration that you're worthy of peace, happiness, and fulfilling relationships, and that you're not willing to settle for anything less. It's a journey of self-discovery, of reclaiming your power, and of creating a life that's authentic, joyful, and truly your own. Your worth isn't tied to her presence, her affection, or her validation. It's inherent, intrinsic, and unwavering. It resides within you, a deep wellspring of strength, resilience, and self-love. Remember this truth, especially during challenging times. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism, letting its principles guide you towards a life of greater peace, clarity, and purpose. Live authentically, aligned with your values, pursuing your passions, and expressing your true self without fear of judgment or rejection. Build a life filled with meaning, connection, and joy. A life that nourishes your soul and empowers you to thrive, regardless of external circumstances. This is your journey, your story, your masterpiece. Write it with courage, compassion, and unwavering self-belief. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more empowering content. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Let's continue this journey together, building stronger, more resilient lives, one Stoic practice at a time. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and you have the power to create a life you love.